Twitter and put up on Twitter and gonna say, I fight Tesehki or Ivory. One thing about me, you'll fight me, but I'm gonna train the same way you gonna train. I will beat the fuck out of her. Fuck is you talking about? Yes, if I train and didn't smoke and drink, cause what she got so amped up off of is from drugs and alcohol. Like, no training. This is just natural. Bitch, you train every day. Bitch, you can't do a fight without training, ho. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me do your training you doing, and let me not be off that weed and poppers. Bitch, I'm the motherfucking champion around this.
Krishan's sister. And people ask me, do I think I can beat her in a fight? I said, do I think or do I know? She needs to be checking her fans and not checking me or trying to clock my teeth. Talking about she used to like me. Girl, you never came to a fight. You never said congrats on a motherfucking world championship. You never mentioned me in a good light. So no, you did not ever like me, and that doesn't matter to me. But to sit here and say you can whoop some ass and you out here popping pills and doing everything you're doing, you're not gonna whoop nobody ass. You need to go to rehab and get that shit out your system.
One thing about Tesehki, she never leaves a fight unfinished. And if Claressa Shields thought the drama had already hit rock bottom, Tesehki just dug it 6 feet deeper, then mopped the floor with her pride. Word is, Tesehki has been getting real cozy with Papoose and isn't hiding it either. She's flaunting the connection all over social media, one flirtatious post at a time. Clarissa? She's livid. After being publicly humiliated, she's not staying silent. Sources close to her say she's made it very clear. If she and Tesehki ever cross paths in person, it's on. Is Tesehki backing down? Not for a second. She's been loud and proud, telling anyone within earshot that she's a fighter by nature. And if she ever trained like Clarissa, not a single woman would be able to touch her. The baddie star is standing 10 toes down, claiming Clarissa started the whole mess by calling her out first. But now that Tesehki's flipped the script and sealed the deal, she says Clarissa's suddenly playing the victim and fishing for sympathy.
Lady, I remember the first time you called me out. I remember. You called me and Ivory out. You was like, ain't no street bitch beating me up. That's what she said. She said she had 100K. She was like, I got 100K for either Tesehki or Ivory. And then the hashtag was like, ain't no street bitch beating me up. Coming down, and I seen it. I was like, who the fuck is this lady?
If you rewind about a year, the spark that lit this whole fire becomes crystal clear, because Tesehki's not just running her mouth. Clarissa did light the match. Out of nowhere, she posted a bold challenge: $10,000 to any female street fighter or boxer who thought they could take her down. No restrictions, city, state, country, didn't matter. If you had the guts, she wanted you in the ring. And let's be real, 10 grand isn't exactly pocket change. That kind of call out was guaranteed to stir up heat. The moment that 10K post went live, the internet had one name flooding the comments: Tesehki. And honestly, it tracks. Tesehki was born ready to throw hands. One second she's grinning, the next she's sending someone to the ER with a dental bill and a life lesson. Most people know better than to test her. But a Clarissa versus Tesehki? Showdown? That's the kind of chaos people would gladly pay to see. So when Clarissa appeared on Pop the Balloon and someone brought up the post, specifically asking if she really thought she could take Tesehki, she didn't flinch. In fact, she doubled down. Clarissa made it clear, Tesehki and the rest of the baddies crew wouldn't stand a chance. Why? Because they don't train like she does. They don't live that disciplined life. And according to Clarissa, that's the difference.
She can't be beating me no fight. Come on now, let's be logical.
I know she can't beat you, but I'm tired of folks saying that she can beat you. I know they can't. Like, I be like, man, that girl is a trained fighter.
I appreciate that, but you know what? I got a lot of respect for Tesehki and Krishan. If Tesehki ever wanted to do it, I would do it. But
I know your way though.
She beating those girls up on baddies. Them girls ain't never trained.
Yeah.
They got body work.
I know
done.
going.
Yeah, it's different.
Tesehki caught wind of the rumors and didn't hesitate to jump online and fire back immediately.
Tough. Only way Clarissa would be able to fight me is if I were to be a professional fucking fighter. If I go and train the same amount of time that she trained, and then I would get in the paint and beat the fuck out of whoever.
Honestly, Clarissa has no business getting tangled in this drama. She's an Olympic-trained boxer who should be focusing on her craft, not messy online fights. But once Tesehki took a shot at her, Clarissa wasn't about to let it go. When Tesehki appeared on the Jason Lee show, she didn't hold back, calling Clarissa out and going all in.
Twitter and put up on Twitter and gonna say, I fight Tesehki or Ivory. One thing about me, you'll fight me, but I'm gonna train the same way you gonna train. I will beat you.
Clarissa?
Yes, if I train and didn't smoke and drink, cause what she got so amped up off of is drugs and alcohol. Like, no training. This is just natural. Train every day. You can't do a fight without training, ho. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me do your training you doing, and let me not be off that weed and poppers. I'm the champion around this bitch.
It was obvious Tesehki was holding some serious resentment toward Clarissa. From her point of view, Clarissa was just throwing shade for clout. Because let's be real, a street fighter doesn't usually go toe-to-toe with a pro boxer. Sure, most of Tesehki's fights end quickly, but she genuinely believes that if she had Clarissa's training, she'd absolutely wipe the floor with her.
I'm a natural trained killer. Natural born trained killer. So if I really went and trained and sparring, because I think I'm gonna do some sparring. I've never in my life did sparring. I wanna do it. I wanna do some sparring. Because like all the sparring that you guys see me doing on baddies and the fights that people see me do when I was a child, that all was just natural. So I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna get me some professional training. Then we go see what's going on.
Clarissa could have easily brushed off Tesehki and let it fade like any other internet beef. But instead, she took those words seriously and threw down a $300,000 challenge for Tesehki to step into the ring. Honestly, Clarissa was definitely heating things up more than necessary. When fans started calling her out for all the drama, she didn't back down for a second. She clapped back hard, saying the only reason she was so fired up was because Tesehki kept throwing shade her way first. Clarissa made it clear she wasn't about to stay quiet or let those shots go unanswered. Tesehki may not have faced Clarissa in the ring yet, but she's definitely petty enough to hold a grudge. And girl, what she did next caught everyone off guard. Just a few days ago, she dropped a photo with none other than Papoose, the very same man Clarissa's openly dating, and the one who sparked that heated clash with Remy Ma. Her caption? "Chow, your ninja know who the champ is." Wow, folks were seriously shook seeing that. If your man's getting snapped hanging out with Tesehki, that's gotta hurt. Though it looked like just a casual pic, insiders say it was way more intentional. A clear message aimed right at Clarissa. I can have your man whenever I want, so don't test me. While Clarissa might be the better fighter in the ring, this round definitely goes to Tesehki. No punches thrown, except maybe the one on the keyboard to post that pic and write that caption. Clarissa was beyond furious behind the scenes. There was no way she was letting Tesehki make her look weak or vulnerable for the world to see. As soon as Tesehki's post blew up, Clarissa fired right back. She dropped her own photo with Papoose captioned, "Good morning to my man and my man. Only." Boom. No question who's claiming the throne here. Clarissa made it crystal clear. Her bond with Papoose is rock solid, and Tesehki's little stunt was just a desperate play to stir the pot. But Clarissa wasn't done yet. Not by a long shot. Fueled by rage and pride, she went full throttle, sliding into DMs, rallying friends and followers to push Tesehki into a public showdown. Silencing the shade wasn't enough. She wanted the world to witness the smackdown. Her posts kept coming, each one hotter, sharper, dripping with venom. Yet, as the fire burned brighter, the crowd started to tune out. Drama fatigue set in. People weren't here for the endless back and forth. They just wanted it to end. Friends and fans alike begged Clarissa to drop the feud, urging her to channel that energy into something positive instead of feeding the fire. But she was stuck, trapped, in a loop of anger and defiance, desperate to prove she wasn't the one backing down. Every post, every clapback was a loud declaration. She and Papoose were still solid, no matter what anyone said. But as the saga dragged on, whispers started swirling. Was this really about love? Or had the whole thing morphed into a battle for pride and ego? The lines blurred, and people began to wonder if Clarissa's fight was less about Papoose and more about saving face. You nailed it. The big question is why Clarissa, a pro boxer with real talent, is getting tangled up in all this messy drama instead of keeping her eyes on the prize. It definitely comes off like she's chasing clout more than championships. Between the affair rumors and now this heated beef, with Tesehki, it's hard not to wonder if the spotlight on her personal life is distracting from what should be her main focus: boxing. At the end of the day, the ring is where her legacy should be built, not social media spats and headlines. What do you think? Is this a savvy move to stay relevant? Or is she risking her career for drama? Absolutely. Tesehki's got that gritty, no-nonsense street fighting edge that can catch a lot of trained fighters off guard. With the right coaching, she could definitely be a serious contender in the ring. It's almost like Clarissa's insecurities are bubbling over, making her focus more on petty drama than sharpening her skills. Honestly, it's a bit ironic. A pro boxer known for discipline and focus getting distracted by online beef with someone whose fighting roots come from the streets. If Clarissa really wants to prove she's the champ, she should take that energy and channel it back into her training and upcoming fights. That's where the real respect is earned. What do you think would happen if they actually faced off in the ring?